Hi everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm just gonna wait for us to join.
Look what I fathom or comprehend this life you give. Tell me where do I begin? Oh wait, look at my hands, oh, que ma can't be cherubim. That be said I feel alone. Lord, Timo, why you want no fish, show, your mercy, your goodness, in my finger, and I feel it. Oh, I see it. Gratitude is it. I saw it, everything. Give me a say, show, show, just, with everything. Give me a say, show, just. Cause every time I look to my right, every time I look to my left, all I see all over me is your face. Every time I look up down, below. Every time I look from top down below, all I see all over me is your faithfulness. Is your faithfulness. Oh, I know, I know, I know. I still cannot fathom or comprehend this life. Tell me where do I begin? Tell me where do I begin? Look at my hands, oh, keep my cabbage that be said I feel when you Lord, I want to know why you want to move fish, show, your mercy, your goodness, my finger behind, I feel it. Oh, I see it. Gratitude is it. I saw it, everything in me. I said, show, just, with everything in me. I said, just, cause every time I look to my right, every time I look to my left, all I see all over me is your faithfulness. And every time I look from up in the middle, every time I look from top
Hi
down
Taderi
below, all I
Roberts.
see all over me.
Just waiting for so many other people to join in. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening, Oluwasegun. Good evening. Good evening, Robert. So this live will be starting fully 5 in 2 minutes. Yeah. I mean, we can't keep waiting for everyone, can we? Thank you for joining in, Esther. Thank you. Thank you for joining in. We're starting in 2 minutes. Strictly 2 minutes. Trust me. The life will always be there for maybe others that are yet to join in. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for joining in, Oladele Ayolua. Thank you for joining in. Thank you. Please, can we share? We can share this. We can share this live. We can, please. Let's share. Let others benefit from this. I mean, so that we won't be the only partakers of this. Let other people benefit from this. We can do well to share on our status, on our feed, so that others can benefit from this. We'll be starting in a minute. Please don't go. Make sure you read in. Yeah. Please let me know if you can hear me. Make sure you use the comment section. It is open. Yes. Okay, so we are starting right about now. Good evening, everybody. Good evening again. You're welcome to 30 times 12 with Sunshine. It's a career series, and you're welcome to the February edition of 30 times 12 with Sunshine. I welcome you all. I welcome you all. I welcome you all. Please do well to share. Do well to share. Do well to share this. We're going to be starting. We're going to be diving into it right about now. Well, my name is Adekunle Mercy Sunshine. Well, popularly called Sunshine. I mean, you can call me Sunshine. Either way you call me, it is fine. That is not the purpose of this. So if we've seen the flyers that has been shared before now, today we're going into navigating your career path. Okay, so I think someone is saying the network is bad. So sorry about that. So sorry about the bad network. I'm sure you'll still be able to join in soon. Yeah. So we're going to be diving into navigating career paths. This is 30 times 12, right? So it is 30 minutes, and we're going to be strictly sticking to the 30 minutes. You're welcome, Oladele Ayolua. You're welcome. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching, Emmanuel. Thank you for watching, Esther. Thank you all for watching. You're welcome, Mark Kamari Sedoi. Thank you for joining this live. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining. Kindly share on your Facebook page, Facebook status. Kindly share so that others can, join this live. Please do share. So we're going to be starting, and we'll be diving right about. Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that. I believe we can all see me now. Okay. So we're going to be talking about navigating your career path. It has become a question that arises amongst undergraduates, amongst core member, people that just finished school, even career people that are already working. Some people are just working basically for the money. Why are we working? Some are just working basically for the money. So that's what we're treating today, navigating your career path. We're going to be going deep into choosing the right career path for you. Why are you on the path currently, the path you are? Why are you on that path? Is that the right career path you are supposed to be? All of that are going to be treated within 30 minutes. So trust me, we're going to be strictly sticking to 30 minutes. So navigating your career path, one of the things I would like to say first is knowing yourself. So I wrote a couple of things down. I really want to stick to my notes. Thank you. Welcome, Messi Follower. Please, I'm sorry if I'm murdering your surname. I'm not that good with Yoruba. Apologies. All right, thank you so much for watching, everyone. Kindly do well to share. So getting to know yourself, now I want us to understand that why navigating your career path, getting to know yourself cannot be done accurately without prayers. Are we together? I hope we're all Christians here. Getting to know yourself cannot be done accurately without prayers. Pray to know yourself. Even David said that, reveal myself to me. So you need to get to know yourself. You need to get to know, it's not enough that you get to know the things that you're good at, because the parts that might be for you might not necessarily just be what you're good at, right? So I want us to stay tuned. I want us to listen. I want us to stay tuned to this. But one of the best things to do is get to know yourself, get to know the things you can do. For someone like me, I'm quite experiential, right? So it was tough knowing what I could actually do. It was really tough knowing the major thing that I'm supposed to do, because I'm quite like, I could do a lot of things. I could sing, I could make up, I know a little into fashion designing, event planning, career coach, and I'm into real estate. So I could do a lot of things. So it was difficult knowing the major thing I'm supposed to dwell onto, the major thing that was like a path for me. Now, don't get it twisted. Doing a lot of things does not mean that you have to do everything. Are we together? Please let us use our comment section. I want people to ask me questions. I want you guys to ask me questions. I want this to be interactive, because I mean, this is about our lives, right? So if you're someone like me that can do a lot of things, one of the best things that would help you is to outline the things that you can do. At the point in my life, I needed to outline the things I could do. I needed to just list them out. And I was like, Sunshine, really? Like, you could do all of these, you could do that, you could do that. So outline the things you can do and get to know what you will be majoring on. It will be a mistake to major on the minor or minor on the major, if you understand what I'm saying. You need to get to know what you are majoring on. For someone like me, I'm not going to tell you what I'm majoring on, but I needed to know at some point in my life that, okay, Sunshine, this is what you are supposed to be majoring on, and this is not what you're supposed to be majoring on. I needed to know that. So it is okay to have a coat of many colors, like did I say David? Like Joseph. Trust me, it is okay to be able to do a lot of things, but know that there definitely is a major thing that's going to pave way for you along the line. That is one thing you must find out, and you cannot do that accurately without prayers. Now, in the midst of getting to know, in the midst of being able to do so many things, trust me, see, for me, I love it when people can do a lot of things. It's a very good thing. Let's take Joseph in the Bible, for example. He was dreaming, he was running errands, and then he was able to have a relationship with God. He was interpreting dreams. The dreams parted way from him, but that was not the only thing he could do. Later on, administrative work came up, leadership traits came up, and all of that like harnessed who he really was. So it's okay to know how to do a lot of things, but one of the things you'll be able to do, or you should do, is to outline the things you can do, outline them, and pray, brood on them to know the major thing you're supposed to be following through. You don't have to discard the other things, because that might pave way for you. At the end of the day, no, people really didn't know Joseph, though we Bible scholars will say Joseph the dreamer, but that was not what the Egyptians knew Joseph for. It was not just dreaming, no. As a matter of fact, King Herod, is it Herod now or Pharaoh? Pharaoh rather said that after him was Joseph. So Joseph was more like a vice president. That was what he was known for in Egypt, not just a dreamer. So there's always something that will definitely pave way for you, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you end up majoring on that thing. Okay, so another thing is, most times getting to know yourself doesn't end as long as you give room for growth. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Kindly do well to share. Kindly do well to share this as you're watching. Yes. So most time getting to know yourself doesn't end as long as you give room for growth and reflection. I'm going to be using someone, for example. Buki writes, I got to know that she's, I think yeah, she got to be an information security auditor in the US at the age of 55 years old. While growing up, I knew Buki Wright to be an actress. She was an actress. Acting paved way for her. But look at where she eventually got herself to. So most of the times, because we started from getting to know yourself. So I just want us to understand that most of the time, getting to know yourself doesn't end as long as you give room for it. Give room for expression. Do not be lazy. If there is anything you're doing right now, do it well. Do it excellently. Give room for expression for yourself. She perhaps, I think why that got to me, the Buki Wright story I was saying now, it got to me. So I needed to check when she started. I think she started acting at the age of 27 thereabouts. I really do not know, but I know it was in her early or late 20s. And then later on, when she was 44, she delved into this information technology thing, or information security auditor. She delved into that at 44 years. 44 years. And now by 55, she became the auditor, information security auditor in the US, not even in Nigeria, like in the US. How amazing is that? That's because she gave room for expression. She obviously knew that acting was not all about it. Acting was not where it ended for her. She gave room for expression. She gave room for more and more and more. Let me use David as an example. David was known for being a shepherd. Perhaps his brothers, his father, the villagers, wherever he was. David was known for being a shepherd. I'm sure he never expected that he was going to be king. I'm sure David never expected that he was going to be king. That's why there's a need to get better at what you do. David was a shepherd. He was good at being a shepherd. Please don't mind me. I just love playing around with things. I'm sure you guys must have been saying pegs. I love playing around with things when I'm talking. Please don't let that distract you. We are going somewhere. So David was, when he was known for as being a shepherd, I'm sure he was very good at that. Even scriptures made us understand that David was very good at being a shepherd. He was protecting the sheep even from lions and wolves and all of that. But it didn't stop there. Later on, a king emerged out of him. That's point number 2. Number 3 is, do not jump into conclusions or destinations before arrival. There is a chance that knowing how to, you might be very good at, let me see, I'm trying to get an example right now. You might be very good with plaiting hair, like braid. You might be very good with plaiting hair. Do not jump into conclusion that you might end up being a hairdresser. No, don't jump into that conclusion. Being good with something necessarily doesn't mean that you're going to end up being that thing. Being good with something might pave way for you. I know that going abroad, most people, I remember that there was someone I know, I'm not going to mention names. There was someone I know that she was not even good with plaiting hair, but when she got abroad, she got to know that was like the major thing. Like, it was paving way for people. People were getting a lot of pay from plaiting hair, and then she came to Nigeria, knew how to plait hair, and then flew back. Obviously, she did that just as a source of income. She did that just like for income to be coming. Maybe they were paying more dollars if you know how to plait hair or if you know how to make up and all. So do not jump into conclusion that you know how to do something and that is what you're supposed to do. Do not jump into conclusion, because that might not be the end for you. David, like we said earlier, he ended up not being just a shepherd. He ended up being a king. But being a shepherd paved way for him because he learned to fight lions. He learned to fight the lions against the sheep. He learned to fight the wolves against the sheep. And then he ended up fighting even Goliath for Israel. I'm sure even in the midst of all of that, David didn't know that his destination was going to be a king. No. But what he did was paving way for him, but that was not his major. I don't know if we are getting this. I really wish we are using our comment section. Please, I would love if we are using our comment section. It makes me have a feel that I'm communicating, right? It makes me have a feel that I'm communicating. And then yeah, I think that is the better. Okay, so it's, as a matter of fact, it might end up, yes, okay, I think I already said that. Knowing if you're good with something, it might be a means to an end. It necessarily might not be an end for you. So it is okay to be good with doing a lot of things. Trust me. At some point in my life, I was like, oh, sunshine. I felt like I was not okay because I could do this, I could do that, I could do that. So I felt like, sunshine, just stick to one, just stick to one, just stick to one. But trust me, wherever I am now, it is because one of the little things that I learned paved way for me. Trust me. That is that. Just like I said, I think I gave an example with Joseph earlier, that Joseph being a dreamer, then a leader. Another person I really honor in that's why in the business world, because I'm into marketing, I'm a marketing professional, I'm a career coach, and I'm a real estate consultant or real estate broker, anyone you want to call it, either is you want to call it. I can't remember her name now. Folorunsho Alakija, yeah, Mrs. Folorunsho Alakija. When I studied about her, I got to know that she was first an executive secretary, like in a bank, in a random bank. I think when she was serving at NYSC, she was like an executive secretary. She was like a secretary. From there, she became an office assistant. Like, I'm talking about the same Mrs. Folorunsho Alakija that we all know to be up high there right now. From a secretary rather to an office assistant, and then she became an executive secretary. And then okay, yeah, she became an executive secretary. Then from there she got to she went abroad to learn. Might just be, okay, Oladele Ayoluwa is saying what you are doing at the moment might just be a means to an end. Yes, thank you. Yes, you can highlight that. I love that. It makes me feel I'm communicating to you. Thank you for saying that, Oladele, Mr. Oladele Ayoluwa, please. Okay, all right. So as I was saying, she became an executive secretary, she became an office assistant, and then she got to know how to, I think she went into school of fashion. She peeped into fashion. That paved way for her for a period of time. She became very popular, she became rich, and then there's something I really want to point out, right? At times, I think I learned this from someone I really honor and follow, Tiffany Montgomery. At times, be very careful when everybody is doing a particular thing. I remember when I was learning fashion designing, I lost courage at some time because it felt like everyone around me knew how to sew. And I'm like, God, is this the next thing now? Everyone wants to sew. Think about it. If everyone learns how to sew, who am I going to be sewing for? I mean, who is going to be patronizing me? Literally everyone around me, my friends knew how to sew. Everyone. I needed to just drop it. I needed to drop it at that time, like, sunshine. Right? Like, everyone. My mom could even sew. Everybody around me, trust me. So now what I thought about was, sunshine, if everyone around you could do this thing, like, be very careful when everyone is doing a particular thing. Be very careful, because you might just be agitated at the moment to go through that thing, to go learn that thing, or to do that thing at that particular time. Be very, very careful that you don't join the masses. You don't join what everybody is doing. There is always a niche for you. There is always a path for you. Don't go into a career path because everyone is going there. Right now, what is I feel like what is everywhere is tech. Don't go into tech because everybody's going to tech. Go into tech because you want to go into tech. Go into tech because you know that there is something waiting for you into tech. Go into tech because there is something about tech that catches you, that draws you, that you want to change into tech. Like, have a mindset of going into something because there is something you want to do there. Don't go into something because everybody is going there. Because if everybody is going there, then who do you want to change? If everybody becomes a techie right now, tech savvy and all of that, who is going to look at you? Because it's not going to be new. You can do what I do. It's not new to me. Okay. I'm watching my time because I mean in like 10, okay, I think 13 minutes will be done. So I really want to go into all my points because this is not going to be all about this, like the first part of career series that we're going to be going into. So thank you again everyone for watching. Please make sure to share. You might be helping someone out there. Yeah. Okay, so another thing I want us to understand, right, in navigating your career path, be it career or business, either way, like a career path or a thing for you, is not all passion leads to purpose. Now, if you probably were thinking that you're going to be joining this live and Sunshine is going to be saying you're supposed to be a this, you're supposed to be a lawyer, you're supposed to be a doctor, you're supposed to be a marketer, you're supposed to be this. Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. Maybe it's not too late to live the life because that's not what I'm here for. I'm not supposed to tell you the exact thing you're supposed to do. You are supposed to know what you really want to do. You're supposed to know it. It's supposed to be inborn there. Oh my God. My father is on this live. Oh my God. I don't know how to act now. Thank you so much, sir. I really do honor you, sir. Officer Tolu Agbola. Thank you so much, sir. Oh my God. Okay, thank you. All right, I'm just going to continue. Not all passion. Okay, Mercy follower, don't go into a career because everyone is going there. Yes, don't go because everyone is going there. Thank you. Not all passion leads to purpose. Now, the fact that David loved to protect the animal didn't make him very good. Now, David loved to protect the animal. David became like a shepherd of some sort. Now, the fact that he was good at that, do you know that if we are to carve that into a niche, the best that will give David is a chief protector of the animals, perhaps in the town or in the clan. Like, imagine David followed that. Oh my God. Is someone else catching this? Imagine David just followed that because he was good at that. Imagine he followed that. He would have been like a chief of some sort in a town instead of being a king of a country. Are we catching that? So not all passion leads to purpose. You know, we started this by telling ourselves, or I started by saying that you need to know yourself, and you can't know yourself well without God telling you about yourself. You need God to actually tell you who you truly are. God actually needs to tell you that, my daughter, my son, this is who you are. Because knowing yourself, we create a path for you to really knowing what you want to really become. Okay, are we together? Yeah. So I was saying that the fact that David loved to protect the animals didn't make him a chief protector of the town. Neither the fact that he knows how to sing. Because scripture told us that he was singing. The fact that he knew how to sing didn't make him a choir director. Because singing paved way for him of some sort. You know, when Paul was possessed, I think with a demon, as the scripture described it, singing paved way for David, but he ended up not being a choir director in the palace. He ended up being a king, and he could still do all of those things. Oh my God, I feel like telling someone to wake up. Like, just wake up. Don't just follow something because you're passionate about it. There is a purpose. There is something that should drive you. Now, don't get me wrong. Most of the time, right, our passion actually paves way for us. Our passion leads to our purpose. Our passion leads to that thing that we really want to do, like a career path for us. Do not get me wrong. But I'm saying it is not all of the time. At times, you don't have to... I don't think that this is the end for you. Like, there is so much more. There is just so much more. All the gifts David had paved way for him, but that was not his destination because he was meant to be a king. That was what God wanted him to be, a king. And as a matter of fact, now, even being a king, forgive me if I'm going too much into scriptures, even being a king, there was that which God even wanted him to do, being a king. Because when it was time to build a place, like an ark for God, he said, God told David that he was not supposed to do that. His son, Solomon, that was his assignment. Are we getting this? All of this bounce back to relationship with God anyways. But okay, one major thing I would like to say, okay, my time is really going. One major thing I would like to say again today is drop the I don't know attitude. I don't like it. Personally, I don't like it when you're like, when I'm asking someone, what is this? And you're like, I don't know. Hey, drop that attitude. Drop the I don't know attitude. Don't get me wrong, it is okay not to know something. It is okay to be ignorant, but you should have a passion to want to know. I mean, we all have Google, we have ChatGPT out there, we have all of these resources to help us. So drop that I don't know attitude. Drop it. Like, you don't have to like carry it on your forehead that you don't know about something. Have that mindset to always want to know. Like, go for knowledge. It is very important. You need to know. Like, you need to know. You really need to know. I learned how to make up my mind. I learned how to rather make up in my 100 level. I think because someone was staying with me. I don't think it's okay. I don't know. I don't think she would be okay with me mentioning her names. Someone was staying with me, right? So seeing her makeup and all of that, I kind of had that desire that I think I really wanted to make up. That was how I learned how to make up. I think I mentioned earlier that I knew how to make up, right? I learned fashion designing, like I said. I think I learned it about a year while I was schooling, and then we had like this 1 year strike. So that was how I learned fashion designing. We had like a strike. I needed to drop out of it because everyone around me, about 80%, of people around me were learning it at that time. But was that my destination? No. Are we together? That was not my destination. Of course, some of those gifts has paved way for me in a way. Sincerely, it has really paved way for me. It has paved way for me severally, and that is a big yes. How, like I said earlier, how did David enter the palace? How did he even get noticed in the first place? He got noticed because he killed Goliath, and then he entered the palace with singing. So most of drop that I don't know attitude. Always, what is worth doing is worth doing well. I believe so much in excellence. That's one of my major watchword. I'm not perfect. Most of the time I find myself not doing excellently well, but it doesn't mean that I stop it. I say to myself every time, Sunshine, you have to do this thing excellently. I try so much to cut off people that are trying not to make me work excellently. I try all my possible best to work excellently. Like, that is one major watchword for me. So that I don't know attitude, I feel like we're in a generation where I feel like we're even in a generation where everything is out there for us. Like, there is no reason wanting to be lazy right now. You don't even have I don't know how to put this. You don't have an excuse to be lazy. Oh my god, the time is going. I remember this is 30 minutes. I know so many other people will be watching this later on. Do not forget to share. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for joining in, and thank you for joining in. Another thing I would like to say, which might be like the last thing that I'll be saying, oh my god, is follow people who are into what you do. Call them mentors or whatever, but follow people who are into what you do. Stalk them online. It is okay to stalk them online. Follow them, like follow them ardently. If you're privileged, another thing, right, that I feel most people fail to understand is you're privileged to have people you're supposed to follow, be it in the tech industry, be it in the marketing industry, be it in the hospitality, whatever industry. Most of the time you're privileged to have those people just right close to you, but you fail to see it. So don't get it twisted. Most people that you have to follow necessarily doesn't have to be far, like far that you can't reach. Some, they might be far, but not all necessarily have to be far. It's not everyone that is going to be like far from you, right? So follow people who are into what you do. Follow them. Do this as led, because I mean there's so many junks out there. Trust me, there's so many junks out there. Funny how, like I said, you need to open your eyes, because some of them might just be close to you, and when you find them, make sure to honor them. When you find the people you are meant to follow, make sure to honor them. Why do you need to follow people who are into what you do, or into the passion you have, or into the purpose you're yearning for? It helps, it eases you of so much difficulty, because they've gone ahead, they have a track record, they've gone ahead of you. So it's easy for them to say, oh, okay, I've gone through this milestone before, Sunshine, this is how best to pass through this milestone. Oh, now that you are here, now this is another milestone that I've gone into. This is how best to pass through this milestone, and then on and on and on and on. So it is very important, very important that you follow people who are into the things that you want to become. It just eases up way for you. Example, okay, there's a slow connection. I'm so sorry about that. All right, example, Timothy, Paul, and the scriptures. Yeah, I got to find out that it was Steve Jobs that mentored Mark Zuckerberg. Like, isn't that amazing? Can you see Steve Jobs? Can you see Mark? And be faithful as a mentee. One of the things that drops people down is they are not faithful. You have mentors, they are not faithful. Some mentors can be very harsh. Some mentors can be very, very stern. Some can be very strict. Some can be loving. However they are, follow them, because there is something you want to learn from them. There is something you want to draw out of them. Okay, so I think it is good that you do that. One major thing, I think this is going to be leading to the next 30 times 12 we're going to be having, because I'm supposed to stop this live in like 2 minutes, is get the experience. See, when it comes to getting experience, you can't go for money, right? Because you need to be able to intern in startup companies. Shoot your shot, get the experience. No company wants to hire someone with no experience. As a matter of fact, most companies nowadays, they don't want to hire, they don't want to employ people that don't know anything at all. So now that you can, are you in your NYSC days? Are you in your NYSC days? Please don't settle for working in a school, for crying out loud. It gets me angry, I'm sorry to say. Well, funny how I worked in a school, but I wish I knew better. For real, I really wish I knew better than working in a school. Don't settle for just working in a school because you want to rest, you want to do that, you want to do that. Don't settle for working in a school, please. There's so many other places that you can work with. If you're into, the educational sector, school is a very big shot for you, then work in it. I'm not saying you necessarily don't have to, but it depends on where the field that you are. Don't settle for something. Don't settle for me. I don't know the best. So don't just settle for less, right? Is it mediocrity, right? Don't settle for just something very simple because you want to enjoy yourself. That leisure will definitely come, but this is the time to work. This is a time to work. So like I said earlier, this 30 times 12 career series February edition, navigating your career path, is not me telling you that go and do this, go and do that, go and do that. No, that is not what this was all about. This basically was helping the harnessing of the inner passion, getting to know yourself. I think it's good that I like the points again. I think I spoke about getting to know yourself and how you cannot do that accurately without the help of God. Trust me, you can't. And I think we highlighted the fact that many times getting to know yourself doesn't end as long as you give room for growth and reflection. We also highlighted the fact that you shouldn't jump into conclusion or destination before arrival. I think I already said that. You can rewatch these to have an understanding of what that was. We also said that not all passion leads to purpose. We also asked that we drop the I don't know attitude. We also asked that you follow people who are into what you do, and basically mentors. And lastly, we spoke about getting the experience. Okay, I'm not seeing so many comments again. I don't know, I think it's a network from my end. So basically that is like the first part of navigating your career path. Today we're going to be delving deeper and deeper into navigating your career path. For example, the things you do, how to like make it a career path, the things that you know that, oh, this is where I'm going into, how to like make it a major career path. We're going to be diving into that perhaps in March, perhaps in April. So do well to follow my Facebook page, do well to join there's this WhatsApp group I post job opportunities. I don't know, I think the link is here. Can we see the link? Yeah, I'm going to just be showing the link now, so you can join the link to their jobs. I think I have 2 testimonies of people that have gotten a job, but I would prefer they announce it themselves, and most of the time it's being announced on the group. All right, okay I'm saying this publicly. I really just want to appreciate my father for joining this life. I am lost, right? I really appreciate my father for joining this life. For real, it means a lot to me. It's okay. It really means a lot to me. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for joining 30 times 12 career series February edition. Watch out for the March edition. Do well to join the WhatsApp. The link that you're seeing now. There's a link that is being displayed. That is being displayed. If you can't see the link, kindly let me know. Do well to join the link. Hope to see you March. The date will be communicated. The flyer will be made in that way, guys. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I think I'm saying this. Oh, please don't be pressurized into going into Tech Mercy. Don't be at all. It's not. Don't be pressurized. Do it because you know that it is what you're supposed to do. Thank you, Felicia. Thank you, Emmanuel Oluwasegun. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. Thank you. So I think we'll be ending the live now. Thank you.